I have Nectar of the Gods. My child brought me a cherry lime slush from Sonic, so
I
that's
thought
what
you were
I'm
doing
drinking.
something completely different while recording.
What did you think? Never mind.
Yes.
With your nasty self.
You
Although I
got the
wouldn't be
oral
opposed.
fixation. I just be chilling.
Did you say you wouldn't
Well,
be opposed?
I would not be opposed. Anyway.
I'm gonna tell you I'm visual. Cut that shit out. I'm telling you, man. What's wrong with
He
y'all?
started it.
No, we gonna have to start sometime doing these podcasts. I swear during the day, cause some stuff I gotta go to bed with certain shit
I
going
wake up
on.
like this. It's really no difference.
Mm,
Well, I at least have all day to shake the shit. So
well, I guess. Yeah.
You implying we are causing you trauma.
Right.
fucking nightmares like the dancing hoagie on the Cosby Show and shit.
Lord have mercy. All right.
Everybody got their waters poured, doors closed, phones, ringers off.
Yeah,
As far
water.
as I know.
Okay.
Your oxygen device is located. Let's go.
What are you drinking, Magic?
Beatbox.
The heck is that?
11.1% alcohol.
Oh, weak shit.
Just 11?
It's
Weak
juice.
shit. Yeah, that's pretty much
You
what
want
it
me to drink
is.
liquor straight during this shit? I'm a parent.
Mm,
Mm,
that might be why you need. No, I'm just playing.
right.
Your kids ain't old enough to cause you them kind of headaches.
No, they're
Shit,
right at that
puberty's
age
kicking
where,
in. Give it a
they're
minute.
causing them kind of headaches. Shoot.
Mine didn't start giving me a headache until about 16.
Ooh, no, 13 is the ripe age for girls.
Can't
You
either
got
one of these
lucky.
with my ass, so.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she gave me a couple of moments, but not no consistent, almost weekly. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Type thing. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta put this mic up closer so that it don't fall. Is the volume good for me?
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, you still sound like you're like a ways away, but that's okay.
I don't
It doesn't
even know
matter.
why, because I am like, it is literally less than half,
I believe you.
half a foot. All
Are we
right.
ready?
I can fake it.
Everybody ready?
Right?
Excuse
Can't
me.
get all that shit out. Covey.
I know all that pollen and whatnot in the air today.
Yeah, that ain't what's
Be quiet,
Nectar,
sir.
God, now
My
she's swallowing
goodness.
seeds, boy.
You are so nasty.
Get a toothpick and get it together. Let's go.
Welcome to the threesome, y'all. This is the podcast where the three of us try our best to talk about at least 3 topics each week. For those of you who are back, thank you. Y'all the real MVP. This is your first time finding us. We are so glad you're here. Now, the 3 of us, in case you don't know, are our point person, an optimistic realist with the sultry voice we like to call her Star.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
That is so wild. But anyway, because I was just reading about her. But anyway, the dulcet baritone you're about to hear is our man in the middle, our voice of reason. We call him Magic.
Nonchalant. 5 o'clock in the morning, drunk texting your aunt all the filth, flawn, filth, and raunch.
Okay.
Bringing up the rear as always, I of course identify as the pragmatic contrarian of the group, and they call me Storm. And
You done did good for the past couple of weeks. That was late as hell. What is you doing over there?
Playing video games?
I guess. Anyway, this week we actually have a fourth, our special guest, and Star, I will let you do the intro.
So this week we have my cousin, who will be known as Showtime for the purposes of this show. Showtime is a multi-talented, creative food artist, performer. She's a poet, you name it. So the creativity runs in the family, and I will let her finish. Welcome to the show, Showtime.
One time for the one time.
Welcome.
That's why they call me Showtime.
Well, welcome.
Glad to be here.
You say that now.
Yep.
That's promising. Jesus.
We shall see.
Well, break me in then. Let's go.
Those are words that Magic likes to hear.
I bet.
Listen, I'm a kept man.
Whatever. Well,
happy birthday, Storm.
Yes,
thank you. That's right.
The church announcement.
We are recording this on Saturday, September 9th, which is, of course, my 53rd birthday. So,
woo! Yeah, congratulations.
I know. Aren't you stunned that I've lived this long? Because I am.
With that mouth?
Right. Right?
Old ass. Your old ass.
I know. I'm not quite as old as you.
Get the fuck out of here.
We're not doing this.
But, yes, I am up there.
That's that old fuzzy ass math of yours. Because I'm sorry. How old am I?
It's called the new math.
Wait. How old am I?
Older than me.
Not 53.
Get the fuck out of here. Right, not 53 is the answer. Absolutely.
You're 2 weeks older than me. No, 8 days older than me.
Whatever.
This is an ongoing gag no one has liked since the first time it appeared on this podcast. Can we move on?
Exactly. Probably got confused.
I'm just telling you how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
The math ain't mathing.
Mm-hmm.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Never has.
Speaking of church announcements, and this being Saturday night, this morning, one Miss Coco Gauff, or this afternoon, Coco Gauff won the U.S. Open, the first American teenager to do so since, I don't know, one of them Williams sisters back in the day. So, yeah, just when I thought that I was not going to have to watch tennis, they sucked me right back in.
The magic of melanin.
Blackness.
Yep. Well, and also, it's fun to watch Coco Gauff matches because that's where Jimmy Butler is, and Jimmy Butler is always funny.
You can win long as you keep. He said the blackness. I'm sorry. You know how I am.
Crazy? Yes.
What?
Oh, man.
Any other church announcement?
I don't have any others.
Shout outs, rest in pieces. Anybody?
Who?
No. Any rest in peace? Any shout outs?
I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Man?
Well, I got one.
Okay.
It's not a shout out or a rest in peace. Just spent a few days in New York, and man, if there are any New York listeners, I don't understand how Michigan has the highest insurance rates in the country. The way they drive I just don't. It's like there's no point in putting lines in the street in New York. There's just none. People just go and do whatever the hell they want to. It ain't no pick a lane because there is no lanes. I just. But anyway, I don't get it. I don't understand how we're the highest in the country. I don't get it.
Well, I will say that every everywhere on the East Coast, the Upper East Coast at least, the drivers are a bit more aggressive.
Aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting it nicely.
Oh, we're being nice.
All
Got
right.
it. Got
I
it.
mean,
Okay.
that's New York in general, or at least the city. It's a very aggressive place. A lot of
Very.
people
But not
mad for
just
no
New
reason.
York. I've driven in
Nah,
like
DC
Baltimore, like
sucks.
that.
No, DC sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Baltimore
The
too.
whole DMV. That's what I'm saying. That whole DMV area is full of aggressive drivers.
DC sucks, but they ain't got shit on New York. Like them folks. They some brave folk around there, especially the people walking and the biker. The bikers brave them up. Um, whatever.
But the walkers walk like they drive.
They
So
do. They walk.
Yep.
They like they about to walk right into your car. Like for real. But
Oh
anyway,
shit.
what?
Y'all know I don't have any social skills, right? So I was up in a comedy club Thursday for an open mic night,
Mm-hmm.
and the chick next to me overdosed, but they had just
Mm.
brought my food, so I didn't stop
Uh-uh.
eating. Is that wrong?
Uh-uh.
One, she
Did you
overdosed in a
know her?
room full of broke comedians. I mean,
Did you
in
know
my
her?
head, she fucked up. No, they just happened to be
do
sitting at the
you have
next
a
table.
Do you have a CPR license?
I was gonna say, are you CPR certified?
I actually am, but I let other people handle it. I ain't mouth to mouth in a white chick.
Lord, what?
We will
We're
never have.
gonna have to talk about your medical racism, but
Right.
okay.
We will never
Other
have
people
sponsors.
already had it handled. What I'm jumping in playing Captain Saber? No,
Well, if other people already had it handled, then why would you have to stop eating?
that's what I felt. But apparently that was not nice.
Mm.
Well, since when have you been accused of being nice?
I'm the nicest
I mean,
person on this podcast.
you
okay, so was the
you
food
actually
good?
are you actually are nice to me.
Yes, and I was
I will
hungry.
say that.
Because that's my question. Because if the food was good, I'm sorry.
Listen, it was like 8:30 at night. I
I'm gonna
hadn't eaten
finish my
since
food.
lunchtime. Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
Because
mean,
my
they not
thought she
gonna
can't
taste.
handle
overdosing sounds.
whatever she was on.
Yeah, overdosing sounds like a her problem. I don't know why you have to miss your meal.
That's how I feel about it.
Oh, the compassionate.
But good luck to that lady. Hopefully you alright.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, nobody wants anything to happen to her. Good luck to her, but I mean, I don't
She
see
was
why you
alive
would
when we
have to stop
left.
eating. There you go.
That is all that matters.
I was smooth like bring me another beer while we here.
Mm-mm. Oh, we are a podcast of compassionate people.
Yes.
All right, so it is my week. Yay!
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. So we're gonna start this off nice and easy. Did a little later.
Just a tip.
What's wrong with you?
Rock. Make it rock. So, all right. Now, so my first topic for the day, and I'm gonna have to give my cousin Showtime over there a little credit for this. So, what I want to talk about for the first topic is what happened to dating and courting. What's your opinion? What happened? Or do you feel like people are still doing it? And if they are, how have things changed? And if they aren't, why do you think it's so? Who want to go first?
Chicks are sending tit pics and messages. You really expect to be up in a bar like ooh la la wee wee, and the game changed.
Yeah. Did you court? Did you court your current?
Define courting.
I mean, you meet
We talked a
somebody.
lot, but we were living in different states at the time.
Okay. So, did you ever do anything like, send flowers or a nice, cute little gift, or I don't know, have flowers when you were
Mm,
ready for a date, or
nope.
um, you needed none of those things? Okay.
I
Uh,
mean, Christmas and birthdays, but just regular. I don't think. Yeah, nah.
send her a lunch through Uber Eats, since y'all in different states. You didn't do any of that?
Nope.
Okay. Is that something that you would normally do? I mean, have you ever done it? I'll say. Have you ever done it? Or is that just not who you are?
Bought a single flower two different times in life.
Okay.
Um, Gifts and shit. Yeah, I guess
Okay. I
it's
mean,
usually an occasion though, just not out of nowhere. I
just
feed you.
because. Just okay. Okay. I mean, but if that's not who you are, I mean, that's something a little bit different, right?
No, I grew
Um,
up broke, so I learned to overcompensate elsewhere.
hmm, okay.
I'm not sure if I want to know what elsewhere is.
No, you do not.
I
You
left that alone on
absolutely don't.
purpose.
Okay. So who wants to go next? Showtime.
Social media and low expectations from women
Hmm,
Hmm?
changed the game.
hmm,
There were rules back in the day. There were things that you had to do in order to get a lady. You know what I'm saying? And those expectations have changed. So it changed the way that men and women date or don't, or the lack of dating. I don't even think it really exists anymore.
hmm. Forever single. Um.
I come at it from more of a feminism perspective, I guess.
Okay.
Because I think that, once women were able to make enough money to support themselves,
Mm-hmm.
some of us just find courting to be a waste of our time.
What?
That is so
But but
sexy.
but it depends on what you want. Like if I was looking for like a husband or something, I guess I would want to be courted. But
But would
the
you
fact
turn it
that
down if it happened?
And would you think it was corny or
it would
like?
depend. It would depend. Because it would depend.
Well, okay.
But
So for the purposes of this podcast, we're not talking about the booty calls. We're not talking about just the hookups.
no,
We're not talking
no,
about.
I get it.
We're
Courting.
talking about looking at someone, for a potential for an extended relationship with them or a possible marriage, whatever. We're talking about that. So
At this point,
what would it
doesn't it
depend
start
on?
out as booty calls and kind of develop into that?
But that's not how it used to be. Like that's
True.
the whole point of me
And that's
bringing this
not how
up.
it always is now. But
Nah, not always, of course, but more often than not.
I think a lot of it depends also on what you're looking for.
Okay.
Because like I absolutely like right now at this point in my life would not be courted by anyone. Well, I won't say anyone. Hey Alonzo. But
Mm-mm.
anyone regular. I would not be courted by anyone regular because
But you'd enjoy being courted by someone who you want to court you.
oh well that's a list of one. That
Lord.
would be a list
It's
of one.
another thing the internet did. It made rich and famous people way too accessible. So now every chick thinks she can pull Method Man.
What? How did Method Man get to be the running?
Right.
Like
I have no
I
idea,
saw a
but
meme the
every
other
chick I
day and
know
was
is
like,
like, that's
ooh,
him. Like, that's a happily married man. Let him live.
news
I mean
flash,
he's
baby.
fine, but yeah, he's not on my list.
Yeah, no celebrity is on my list per se, but Method Man, yeah, woo, baby.
Yeah, he fine.
Only two.
No, I will give him that. He has
Um,
aged like fine wine.
yeah.
I'm about the same
But
height and
no,
complexion, and I could be turned
what?
into a hoe after 3 drinks. This is so unfair.
You're the same. What and what?
Nothing. Continue on.
That's
Um,
okay. I'll
Actually, I'm
just
at
put that
least
in
an
my.
inch taller than him, but not the point.
okay.
I'll put that in my notes. Three
So that we can
drinks.
remember that.
Right. That might come in handy someday. Who knows?
Black men don't cheat.
So, okay. Here's my thought. I do like, I mean, I'm not the type of person that expects for somebody to, you know, send me stuff every day or even every week, but I'm that person who is thoughtful like that. Like if I see something that that person likes or whatever, and it doesn't have to be for any reason other than I saw something that that person likes. Um, then
I do
then
that
I'll
much.
or I'll grab it. You know,
Well,
but that's
yeah, but
part of
I
courting.
mean,
That's part of courting.
we.
It doesn't have to be just flowers and
Well, you know, I'm that type of person. If that's the case, I'm courting you.
Right? As
I
you
mean,
should. Side
and
note,
vice
September
versa.
is Take a Man on a Date month.
it
Uh,
absolutely is not.
that's
The
October.
internet said it. It has to
Right.
be true.
It's definitely October.
That's October.
But nah, if I
Um.
see your bonnet getting whack, I'll scoop you up a new one on the way home from work.
Oh Lord.
Mm,
that's that's love though.
right.
See the elastic little stretch. You got a new one for him. That's
Yeah.
nice of you. But no, I'm not that person that expects stuff all the time, or I don't really even expect it at all. But it would be nice that if that person, just did little thoughtful things for no reason.
Well,
Um,
by courting, I thought you meant like going out on dates and
and that too. People don't really date, like like the people don't really date anymore. Yeah.
well, here's my thing. Here's my thing. I'm gonna hang out with people who I enjoy hanging out with.
Okay.
So if it happens to be a romantic interest,
Mm-hmm.
then I guess we'll date because we have fun hanging out. But if
Okay.
that's not your purpose in my life, then what am I hanging out with you for when you have one purpose? Like why why do all that?
Yeah, but that's why I said booty
Fuck up
calls
the
not
whole
included.
friends with
But
benefits
isn't there a
concept.
difference between dating and hanging out? I hang out with my friends. I hang out with my cousin. I date a love interest.
Yeah, but what is the difference? I mean, you know what I mean? Cuz
Pressure.
if well, that's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Uh,
Because I mean, I might go to dinner with a love interest, but I might also go to dinner with my girls. Like, but what's the difference?
Well, there is a difference because the conversation is different. The everything is different. If you're courting,
Maybe.
like, yeah. Well, I mean,
Preferably the ending.
I
right.
I would hope that some of the conversation is different.
Well, yeah. Uh, But I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess I just see the.
I'm
I
a
see the.
hopeless romantic, so I do those things. I send flowers because it's a Tuesday and I thought about you.
Right. I mean,
It's good that y'all
You
okay.
still
got a
exist.
promotion on your job. I send you lunch. I send you a gift card. I do those things for people who I'm interested in or dating, not
Well,
hanging
me
out with.
too, but I mean, I also do those things for my friends. Because,
Yeah.
you know, I think about people in general.
So
So
you're a thoughtful person.
I'm a
Yeah, but
thoughtful
you are.
person.
You are a very thoughtful person. And so is my cousin. So Showtime. So is y'all are thoughtful people. And I'm thoughtful. And so I guess that's the reason why I would appreciate someone who, would match that. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to be all the time. And
Right.
it's not necessarily candy flowers, whatever, but yeah. So, okay. Well, we've got that part nailed down. So we're going to ease on into the next topic. So, got a couple of questions for the three of you. Okay. So, we're going to start out with some regular life stuff and we're going to ease on into something else. We're going to keep these answers short and sweet as possible because we only got an hour. Okay.
Wink, wink.
So, so first question is, what are you most proud of in life?
My daughters.
Okay. That's a good one.
My
But as I
business.
said, puberty is just kicking in, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to you in a year or two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, you Showtime, your business. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Well, I mean, definitely my kid, but also my relationships
Mm-hmm.
because, and I mean, just as an aside, my coworkers think it's weird that I'm still so close with so many people that I've known like all my life, like that I went to grade school with. Like, they think it's weird that we're all still close.
That means you know how to keep friends. What a novel idea.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I.
Be a friend to keep a friend.
Yeah,
Especially after moving around so much as a child.
Yeah.
right.
Um.
And I think that might be part of it, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, not all of us are army brats.
What I'm most proud of, definitely my daughter and my granddaughter, and my business. My business definitely is something that I'm very proud of. I'm a person who did a whole lot of stuff trying to figure out my path in life, and me sticking with one thing was pretty much non-existent for the first 20 some odd years of my life.
That part.
Gotta live, gotta live.
so so going on 11 years, and for people who know me, including Showtime on the phone, gotta know that there's nothing besides my kid that has stuck to me for more than 11 years. Or I'm sorry, my friends and my ex-husband, I was longer than 11 years, but besides that, yeah, no. So that's my answer.
Okay.
Next question. In what ways do you think you have grown as a person over the past 10 years?
Mm. My
I
temperament.
have.
Good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Definitely that.
Yeah, I don't get as angry and I handle situations far better than I did 10 years ago because I should probably be locked up.
Well, isn't some of that age because like I just don't have the energy to react to stuff the way I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exactly.
like for me to have to get up and go across the room and smack the shit out of somebody, like I have to really commit to that.
Yep.
Now, I ain't that committed yet, but because I'm still gonna get up, but I'm getting there.
Like you
Yeah.
did like a few weeks ago. We're not gonna talk about that. But
See what had happened was
Lord.
uh-huh. Yeah, uh, magic.
Yeah, I would say I've grown up a lot. It's taken me a lot to get out of my own head and go, okay, there's other people going through things that I don't necessarily understand, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be like, oh, this makes sense to me. Why are you not making sense? Everybody's doing what they feel is in their best interest at the moment. And whether I feel it's right or wrong, like, all right, whatever, live your life.
Okay.
mm,
I'm a black
Aw.
man. I'm too hard headed to go to a psychiatrist, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, so now I understand other people a lot better.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to take credit for that because I felt like that was my influence on you, but okay.
It's all
Once
about you. We
again,
don't let you
you
have
are
that in
only
your
the main
birthday.
character in your own story. To everybody else's, probably background noise. You cool though. This podcast has helped.
Oh,
Keeps me from
cool.
rapping.
Well, well, I will say,
Until the 24th, and y'all niggas food. Anyway.
I have always been a certain amount of, I don't know, like fuck the world. I'm
Okay.
gonna be me,
What?
but I
Shocking.
think I think probably in the last 10 years it has gotten like I've gotten to a very comfortable spot with that. Like, yeah. So, like, if you don't like me, oh well. I can only be me, you know.
I can only be me.
Yeah. So
So,
I think I've gotten a whole lot more comfortable in my own skin, and you know,
okay.
I
Um,
I I also know that the word no is an entire sentence. So
absolutely.
yeah, so I'm quick with the no these days, whereas in
I'm
my
not
earlier
convinced.
years, if somebody asked me to
Okay.
do something, I always wanted to be helpful. I always wanted to, do what somebody else wanted me to do. But now I'm just like, no,
Yeah. Yeah.
just no. I'm not doing that. No.
For me, mine has been allowing people to make their own mistakes, becoming uh, less controlling. And I won't even say controlling in a bad way. One of my things used to be was I felt like maybe telling my story to, friends, family, loved ones, I'll say, in a situation that they may have spoken to me about, um, just kind of giving them a little bit of a, I thought I would be giving them as a warning, my advice or my story as a warning, right? And in hopes that they would decide otherwise in different situations. And then when they chose to do the exact opposite of my example, I don't know, I didn't take it necessarily personally or whatever. I just was like, man, you could have avoided being hurt or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And for some reason or another, that weighed kind of like heavy on my mind because it was like, why did you do that? That mistake has already been made over and over again. And I just gave you a perfect example and you went and did it anyway. But
Yeah.
I had to learn how to, like I said, that's how people grow. I learned how to grow through my mistakes and missteps and whatever. And, the realization that other people have to go through that process no matter how much you love them, care about them, or whatever is just a reality of life.
Gotta let them touch the stove.
Yep, gotta let them touch
Yep.
the
Yep.
stove.
Every now and then, you sure do.
So that is one thing to just kind of uh yeah, let people be and not take that, not worry about it like so much, just let people be.
Yeah.
Um
Live and let
so
die.
for sure. Um how do you process difficult emotions?
Ooh.
What's an emotion?
Uh,
I
Lord.
was gonna say I ignore them and in
You ignore
favor.
them
I try very hard to. Yes.
until what? Until you have to deal with it or until it just kind of dies down?
Um, who says I have to deal with it?
Okay. Okay. And your answer, Magic, is what's an emotion?
I'm over exaggerating, of course, but usually I go off in my own zone for a while. I make it a point anytime I'm going through shit to go through it. Don't get stuck on it. Don't succumb to it. Go through the shit, feel every fucking thing I'm going to feel, and get on about life. I'm very yin and yang. Life has ups and downs. If you're high now, it's going to be low in a minute. If you're low now, it's going to be high in a minute. So I try to stay balanced somewhere in between. But if I'm down, it's just
Wow.
like, okay, this doesn't last forever. This is a moment. I go off in my own zone, calm the fuck down, think things through, and most
That's
importantly,
interesting.
not fuck up anybody else's day.
That's good to live by.
Yeah,
Showtime.
I mean, I just really am the opposite of that. Because I'm just gonna, try to pretend like whatever that was
Didn't happen.
didn't happen, and I'm just gonna go on about, yeah, because my goal in life is to stay out of prison. So
uh, Showtime. How do you handle difficult emotions?
Therapy through friends and you have
Aww.
kept me from getting a number with the state.
It's a good thing.
That's part of my answer too.
Because
Definitely.
sometimes I got to self check.
Yeah. That's definitely part of my answer. Showtime and I, we throw stuff up against the wall at each other all the time. Like, before I react to this, we'll call each other in the middle or something, and be like, "Nah." Before I just go off,
Am I wrong?
am I wrong? Right.
Am I
Um,
wilding?
right. Am I tripping? Am I too sensitive? Am I just having one of them days? Because it's like that sometimes. Like, if you're going through extracurricular BS in your life, sometimes things hit you that,
yeah,
let's just say, it might make you mad, but maybe not make you as mad if you weren't in a certain space in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely part of my answer. I do have therapy, and it helps. But another thing that I do is I'm a hothead. Like, a lot of people always, be like, "Oh my God, you're so nice, you're so this and that," and I'm all of those things. But I'm also a very, very short fuse on certain things. My list is short, just like the fuse. But when you hit that list, there's almost no stop button, and I'm doing my best to not be that person, especially if I care about you. If I care about you, what I'll do a lot of times is I'll go off and be by myself for a while, allow
I was gonna
myself to
say,
calm
yeah,
down, allow
remove
myself to
myself
calm
from the
down.
situation.
Yep, process it,
Yeah,
and try to come back and revisit it. And that's a problem for a lot of people, because when you're in the middle of something, like, say if you're with a mate or whatever, and they say something that just sends you somewhere else, or does something that sends you somewhere else. Well, a lot of people want to just say, "Well, let's deal with it right now." Yeah, because I care about you, I can't deal it. I
yeah,
can't,
I'm with
because
you
you
on
hit
that.
that button. Yeah,
No, I'm absolutely with you on that. If I tell you
Yeah.
that I need to step away, your
yeah.
best bet is to let me step away,
Just let me go.
because I'm doing it for a reason.
I
I'm
walked
doing.
away from a friendship on pause for a whole year
Yep.
to not ruin that friendship forever, because in that moment I would have said some
Yeah,
things that I could have never came back from.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
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 Yes,
Yeah.
and I know how my mouth works. So
I'm a
if I
Taurus.
tell
Mine
you
is
I need
slick
to,
as razor blades.
I'm telling you. So if I need to step away, your best bet is to let me step away.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a mate who didn't understand that. He was one of those that liked to argue and liked to whatever, and something happened between us, and I put him on ignore, and he was heated about it. And I just told him, I was like, "Listen, I said I needed time." You know what I mean? Because I definitely am one of those people. I'm the cat in the corner, okay? Once you
Yeah,
once
me
you
too.
hurt me, yeah. Once you hurt me in a certain kind of way, if I don't have time to decompress, I'm coming out clawing. And I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Okay, so now we're
Also,
going
there's something
to
to be said for self medicating.
do yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
Take the edge off. All right, so now we're gonna get into the part that's considered rough. Sex.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Got a couple of sex questions. All right.
Rough
So,
ones. Let's go.
Oh, this ought to be good.
well, sex related and sexual questions. So, all right, we'll start out easy. First date kisses, yay or nay?
I mean, I can't give you a global yay or a global nay. I need to know who the
Of
first
course
date
you
is.
can.
Right. If it's already sexual tension there, I'm first date kissing.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I'm in favor of it. I'm in
Yeah,
favor of it. Don't get me
that's a
wrong.
good answer. What about you,
If we're not
Mister?
fucking after the first date, I'm looking at you funny.
As long as you're
Why?
looking at me.
I'm sorry. We're grown. Like,
It's not even
I
about being grown. You don't want to get to know them just a little bit. I'm not talking weeks, months.
no.
Oh, okay.
We've discussed this before. It was the same thing
Yeah, I
Showtime
know.
saying. If
I
there's
know.
tension, there's tension. Okay, cool. And as screwed up as this sounds, with men, it's like, okay, let me get some first and then figure out if I like her. With women, it's like, let me figure out if I like him and then give him some. It's backwards and it's completely unproductive, but I don't apologize for reality.
I
That
mean,
is an egregious
Most women
generalization,
already
but
know
that's
when they look
okay.
at a man if she gonna sleep with him.
yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So if that's what you know in your head, why am I sitting there doing some goofy, let's wait for 90 days stuff when you just pissing yourself off? Like, clearly you don't think about you. You ain't think about me.
90 days.
90 days. Wait
It's
a
that
Right.
minute.
goofy, think like a man, whatever. I ain't picking on
That's
No.
dude right
movie
now. He
shit.
going through enough. Yeah.
Right. 90
That's
days.
movie
That'll
I'm
get
like,
you
shit.
left
why am I
and
punishing
or
me?
cheated on.
Like,
I'm
no.
not waiting 90 days.
No.
No, 90 days is, especially in this day and time, is unrealistic. It's like, yeah, whatever. But listen, I know immediately, if I'm looking at you and like, okay, I'm entertaining that thought. But, you know, women, well, not all women, but I believe women a lot of times will push that pause button just a little bit
Cause y'all
because
evil.
women have a no. A lot of times with women, the sex is becomes the emotional attachment. And if
Mm.
you don't feel like that dude or know or are sure if that person likes you or not, okay, do you want to cross that line, you know, and get attached to them? And then the next thing you know, they gone. And then you just left with this kind of like real empty feeling. And I believe that's the process for a lot of, not all, I'm not saying all, but a lot of women. And I
So you
believe
gonna
that's the
wait
reason.
till you catch feelings and then find out the sex is gonna be bad and you just stuck with them because you kind of like them?
Well, see, that's the thing. There
But
are a
sex is 90% mental.
night is that, and that is very much.
Well, and
For
that would be
some.
the reason why I would stop to get to know him because I need to see if he can satisfy me intellectually
Well,
before.
before sleeping with them.
Yeah, because otherwise he's probably just going to get on my damn nerves.
If you
And
can get in a woman's head, you can get in her bed.
mm,
True.
that,
And to
and
avoid
that's,
all that, I try to get some early as possible and then figure it out if I want to, what capacity I want to deal with her.
but
Well,
see,
see,
that's what
me,
I'm saying.
I mean, honestly, me, if I put pause, it's really more because I'm trying to figure out, if you're a serial killer.
Uh-uh.
No, seriously,
But
because
Nah,
nowadays you
you got
have
to know
to.
these things. You got to know these things about people
you're
before you
good with
commit.
math. What's the ratio of serial killers to normal pervs?
A whole hell of a lot
It's a
more
lot now.
Right, more than you think.
than it used to
More
be.
than more than normal.
Right.
Hmm.
Uh, yes, yes. Now, I mean, I'm one of them that I need to know. I'm visually drawn. So it's kind of one of those things that I've been accused of being kind of like how a man is when it comes to I see a dude, like, you know, like, damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I've been accused
that
myself.
that's already there. So then if I'm checking you out or letting it go any further, again, I'm trying to see if you somebody that I can stand being around first before, sleeping with you. And that doesn't take it doesn't take 90 days. Hell, most of the time within a conversation, one conversation, maybe two, if you want to
Yeah.
continue dealing with that person.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if you're going to be worth my time. That's
Exactly.
all.
Exactly. Um,
Um,
all right. Next question. Name something unusual that turns you on.
Sanity.
That is unusual for men because a lot of men
are
like the crazy
crazy.
chicks. Yeah, they like
Uh,
crazy. Love crazy.
I mean, okay, realistically, they're usually the best in bed, but as
See?
was said, after a certain point, you got to figure out where they fit in your life. Like certain people are good for certain things, but it's only going this far.
Mm.
But no, I'm never that one that's like, oh, she's bratty. Let me keep your
Mhm.
ass over there. Get a white dude. I'm not.
Okay.
um, I like an awkward dude.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't
nerds
know
are always
why.
sexy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Showtime.
that's a weird thing. I guess that's a weird thing that turns me on. Like if a dude can and vocabulary, my God, whew, a
Calm down.
man.
Need you to buy my next
I'm just
album.
telling you, a man with an extensive vocabulary. Yes.
Okay. Showtime.
And let me put a disclaimer on it for all the people that go to church. Do not get mad at me when I say this.
No, whatever. Ain't no church listeners listening to
Church
us.
girls, because it's true.
What the rumor
Yes,
is true?
Mm.
yes. 90% of times I went to church, it was over some draws and had nothing to do with Jesus.
It had nothing to
Mm.
do with the Lord. Nothing.
That
It
is-
is a proven fact that the saying is true, and yes, it is a weakness. If she
um,
getting up and going to church on Sunday, tell her holla at me.
Mm.
um, let's
I don't
see.
mind a man that gets up and goes to church as long as when he gets in from church, he's quiet because that's probably around kickoff.
Oh, football.
Football.
Lord have
Oh,
mercy.
yeah.
Something unusual. I don't know that I have unusual turn ons. Like, I do like a guy that has a good sense of humor. You gotta have a good sense of humor in dealing with me. Um,
Absolutely.
and a guy that um, is usually uh, that has a good sense of humor. That one of the things that does kind of turn me on is a guy who may not necessarily be social, but is good socially.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? Does that make
I'm
sense?
confused. What does that mean?
It
So,
means it means they're like me. They
I was
don't necessarily like people, but you can put them around people and they know how to act. That's what she
Oh,
means.
that's a me. Yeah.
gonna
I
say,
don't
and
like people,
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm
I
a
got
people
that.
person.
Oh, no, I'm not
that's
at all.
definitely a me. That it's that's definitely a me. Like people don't. Most people don't know that I'm like introverted and shy. I'm actually introverted and I'm kind of shy. And people be like, "Yeah, get out of here," but I am. And but in order to get things done, I put that side of me away. Um,
Right.
yeah, and so a guy who's like that, and I like nerds. I like nerdy dudes, intellectual dudes. Um, yeah, I like those. Oh, and I like guys that can play instruments, but aren't necessarily musicians. If that makes sense, like
Mm.
professional musicians, because they something else. A lot of them.
They hoes. That's a hoe job.
Yeah, that is definitely a hoe. Okay.
Also, while we at it, you gotta have good taste in music. I know that's not necessarily weird, and you ain't even gotta like the shit I
Yes.
like, but you gotta have some good taste.
Yeah,
Be in my
you
car
definitely.
putting on bullshit.
Yeah, definitely.
And not just one genre either.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, first of all, you're not gonna be in my car putting on anything at all, because don't touch my radio.
Yeah, that's don't touch the radio. Want to touch a black man radio?
Right?
So, all right. Favorite sex position?
Ah,
I don't know the name of it. Like her laying on her stomach with her legs closed, hitting it from the back, pussy, not asshole, to clarify.
Okay.
I might have one hand around your chest and the other one around your neck, but I'm saying.
Around your neck. Oh, so you're a choker.
Listen. To an
Okay.
extent. I'm not the asphyxiation type, but
Right.
a little bit of choking ain't bad.
yeah,
No.
little something.
Right.
Not I ain't trying to let you pass out. I'm too big for that shit. There's laws. I ain't pressing my luck.
All right. Stone.
Did you say me?
Yes.
Oh, um, I was raised in Texas, so I'm kind of a reverse cowgirl kind of person. I don't know what one thing has to do with the other, but I just thought I'd put that out there.
Also, the main cause of penis fractures, so hopefully your timing is good.
Oh.
I have excellent rhythm.
Yippee-ki-yay.
I believe in you.
So there's that. Yeah, and
You got
and
titties though. You gotta turn around. But okay, go ahead.
and I also am like a doggy kind of girl. So either of those.
All right. Showtime.
Oh boy. I've my favorite, oh boy, okay. Man, all of them. I don't have a favorite.
Word.
I mean, I'm
Inside.
I'm a little different. So I mean,
Like trying to choose a favorite Prince song. Like,
Yeah, depends on the night.
Right.
right. As I've been listening to International Lover all day.
Mm-mm.
Right.
um, for me, it is. I have a healthy backside, so for me, it is definitely doggy style. That's my favorite.
Back shots. Okay.
Except I mean, especially if
Rich
you're
around.
not necessarily talented down there, but especially if you are. So yeah, that's mine. Um,
Talented down there. Is that what we're calling it these days?
I was trying to let that rock.
I guess.
I'm not letting that one go. What?
talented, gifted, whatever you want to call it. Um, mom in the house. I gotta be
Gifted
cool.
and talented are two different
Uh,
things, but if you got both, hey, good for you.
but yeah, that's true. Hey, that's extra. Yay.
Yeah.
Um. So okay. So what's a position that you've never tried but are curious about? If there is one.
Sheesh. I
Hmm.
got a Kama Sutra book, so I don't know.
Okay.
A
Anybody else?
mile high club might be on the fuck it list, but I don't know if that's a position per se.
Yeah. I was gonna say if there's a position that I haven't tried, I don't know about it enough to want to do it. So yeah.
Sir? Yes,
I
sir.
have lived. Sorry.
No, don't. Sorry, not needed. We all grown up in here. Shit. Um. Yeah, I'm. I don't think that I've tried them all, to be honest. Um. But there's not one that I know about that I'm necessarily curious about. I've tried quite a few, but not one that I'm necessarily. I'm a member of the Mile High Club, so that's not a position, but
Show
I'm a
off.
member.
Right.
Listen, y'all.
I might get some pussy next time I go to Denver. That's about as close as it's coming.
To the Mile High Club. Yeah, because nowadays your ass will go to jail.
That part.
Yeah, I got
And be recorded.
and be right.
What?
Because they gonna
Yeah, I
do
forgot
video,
about
they
that
will
part,
do
but fuck it,
audio.
I'll put on a show.
But you cool with going to jail?
I mean, if that's the cause, sometimes you gotta take one for the team.
Yeah, luckily I got all my antics out of the way before 9/11.
Would not be the first time my black ass was locked up for some bullshit.
Oh, you gonna wait till you get to be an older dude to go to jail? No,
At
don't
this
do
point, like, what's the charge? Can't do no more than a weekend.
what? No, what is that? That's
That and I got money now. I can bail out.
Indecent something.
Exposure, maybe public
I forget what
lewdness
they
or
call
something.
that.
But
No, it's not that. It's some kind of. It's not terrorist, but it's a serious charge. Like you can end up in jail for like 3 years for having sex in the bathroom now. Yeah,
I refuse to believe
That
it.
is so
But all right,
disheartening.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a volunteer.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would not have sex in a airplane bathroom anyway, because
Ain't much room. This ain't Soul Plane.
Well, I
I mean,
mean,
not
it
just
depends
that.
on the position.
It's
I
just
am 6
that's
foot
just
4.
weird.
I was gonna say these days I'm a little too fluffy for an airplane bathroom. It ain't gonna even be no fun for me. But again, it depends on the position. So
Wow.
I didn't get too rough. That was painless, right?
Yep,
That was painless.
painless.
Okay. But that's the end of my. That's the end of my
Okay.
thing. I want to thank you all for participating. Thank you to our special guest, my cousin. It wasn't too bad. How was
Right.
it? Did you?
It's been
Appreciate
great.
You
Do
said
you want to
what?
plug your business?
KB's Custom Creations. You can find me on Instagram and on the book. Anything that you need, you think it, I do it, and I take it to the next level.
And
Okay.
Cool.
that's not an exaggeration.
It is not an exaggeration.
I
KB's
think of some
Customs.
smart ass t-shirts.
Kay as in kite. She's a food artist.
I am.
Oh, okay.
KB's Custom Creations. K as in kite, B as in boy. Just so you know.
You can also find me on TikTok as well.
Okay.
Aye.
Yay.
All right, y'all. This was good. Thank you for indulging me.
Do we have a gym, sir?
I can't think of shit right now. I'm tired.
Okay.
If you like the show, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a hoe, and if you don't, tell everybody you know. It is the Threesome Podcast on the Metaverse. That would be Facebook and Instagram. The Threesome Pod on X, formerly known as Twitter, and yeah, we out there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm always gonna call it Twitter. Because
that X.
Fuck Elon.
Yeah, whatever.
Just
Anyway.
hating on
Flicking
light-skinned African Americans.
That's like it's gonna always be Shane Park.
What's it called now? I thought it was always Shane Park.
It's called the Aretha.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But then the other place inside of the music hall is called Aretha something too. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
It is.
Yeah. Oh well.
Good night, good peoples.
Good night, son. No.
Good night. I'm going to walk the dog.
Walk the dog.